We're rolling. Hold. Sound, speed, and Sarah, all you need to do is listen. A background action.
Sarah Lynn Kalatowski.
Dana Orange. Okay, so earlier this year, about February, I went up to New York. I had an audition. It was at 10 a.m. and I was doing a show that night back here in Philly. And so I went up for the audition at 10 a.m. Well, the audition didn't go so hot. So I was like, okay, I'm already in New York. I might as well go try to make it to another audition today. So I saw there was an audition at 2 o'clock. It was a dance call. I'm a dancer. So I was like, oh, okay. I'm going to try to make it to that dance call. My bus doesn't leave until 4:30. I shouldn't have any problems there. So I went to the dance call at 2 p.m. and they gave me a call back. And they were like, can you stay? And I was like, oh, sure, yeah, I can stay. Time's getting around to like 3:30. And I'm like, oh, great, okay, I'm still here. They still want to see me. They call me back again. They're like, we really want to see you for a specific part today. And I was like, what, really? You want to see me? That's great. But they have me wait in a room. And I'm waiting. I'm like, okay, it's 3:30 now. I have to be on the bus by 4:30. I finally get in the room it's like 4:05. And I'm like, I have to go all the way to the mega bus on 36th and like 11th and 12th. And I'm at Pearl Studios, which is on 8th Avenue and like 30th. And so I'm like, okay, let's just do it. I get to the callback. We do a final dance. He has me read for a specific part. And then they're like, thank you so much. It was a great day. And I'm like, great. I haul-tail to the megabus, and I see the megabus pulling off without me. I'm devastated. I'm like, I'm not going to make it to my show. I have a show tonight. I'm not going to make it. And all this time, I'm running. I see the Bolt bus. The Bolt bus is still there. I'm like, maybe I can go and get a ticket at the Bolt bus. I go up to them. I'm like, can I please get on? They're like, yeah, that'll be $15. I'm like, great. I pull out I have no cash in my wallet. None. I'm like, oh no, I don't have any cash. They're like, there's an ATM down the street. I run to the ATM. I go back in my wallet. My debit card is not in my wallet. I lost my debit card. I had to take an Uber all the way from New York City to Philadelphia, which is a 2-hour, well, at that time, it was a 2.5-hour ride. I make it to my call at 7:15 for 8 o'clock performance. They were not too happy about that. But that was the scariest day of my life.
Okay, and names again, please.
Dana Orange.
I'm Sarah Lynn Kalatowski. I was born on June 23rd, 1992 to two parents named Tom and Aretta. And my story starts off a little bit great. I had a normal childhood going to Disney World where my Poppy, his name's John Bruger, by the way, that inspired me, my step-grandfather, to go into the acting field when I was 4. When we were very little, we used to eat cookies and drink lots of milk while we watched Disney movies like Mary Poppins, Wizard of Oz, that's not one of them, and Snow White and Sleeping Beauty are my 100% favorite stories. I love the monologue, dialect, and the caring characters in it. Like my favorite characters were, when I was a little girl, was Sleeping Beauty the most. It reminded me of Nanny and Poppy taking care of me like a princess. But the favorite characters I love was Merryweather, Fauna, and the other one I forget. And there were the nicest characters to take care of Princess Aurora, bring them home until she turned 16. And I think, in my heart, they must have gave her the best normal childhood as they could until she was old enough to understand as a teenager where her real descendants came from. And also my favorite characters were the Seven Dwarfs. When I watched the movie, I liked it when they saved a princess in distress. I had this normal childhood. I had Disney World for 10 times a year when I was 3 to 4. We went to different hotels with great grandpa, me and Nanny. That were the best years of my life. The best years without my mom and dad there. They weren't there on the trip, but my grandmother was, that my nanny's mom, my mom's mother, and her first great-granddaughter, and only child back then, granddaughter, I felt love and attention. And my poppy was my first step-grandfather, divorced, but now she's remarried. The guy I don't like, but I still think he's a nice guy. And also great-grandpa, my one great-grandpa, but he was also blind after when I was born. And also, during my childhood, I went to go live with mom and dad when I was about a 5-year-old. Everything changed. I moved in at the age of 5, not understanding why I was leaving them forever, but I was excited to see new people. I was carefree, didn't understand good or bad or step-parent or grandparent. I didn't understand those family descendants yet. When I was so little on, I didn't understand. I was just so cute and a little adorable. Until one day at the age of 9, till one day at the age of 5, I was put in a special needs camp, a camp that I don't like. I was not included, except being with nonverbals and high functioning together with singing, a camp that I hated the most, that I spent 5 years of my life, that I wish I was never part of. And that's where my stage life began at Camp Carousel. They would do a performance every once a year. I tried to be in the Wizard of Oz place, but I could not do that. They wouldn't let me, and I was crying like horribly upset that I didn't get a chance. And the rest of the time I was with special needs kids that I hated. And then during the school year I loved, because I was going to school, learning to read and write a little bit, but I couldn't write physically yet. And I couldn't write like the other students, and I was in a normal classroom with a girl in the wheelchair, my childhood friend Rachel. And then I met Jennifer, and they were my 2 closest best girlfriends when I was in school. One had braces, that was Rachel, and the other friend was in a wheelchair, and we were best friends. We'd gone to each other's houses when we were little, and that's where I learned inclusion, because we had to play classroom play in our school. And my first play was in Henny Penny, the first play I was ever in, The Fox's Wife. They tried to get me to play the goose, and I said, no, I would rather play the wife's as fox, you know what I mean? And the teacher, Miss Mokel, said, okay, you'll get the part, and I did. My first ever role, but not my first ever, because it was like the first time I ever performed. And after, my only line was that we ate them up together as husband and wife with the little fox. And then I said the end and goodbye for now when people laughed at my part.
Oh.
It was just a short line, and I was the fox's wife with the king standing there, sitting there.
Great. I could listen to this forever, but we gotta stop. So if you say your names one more time, please.
Can we switch?
No, he doesn't get to.
Dana
Wait,
Orange.
because you got another
Sarah
story?
Kaltowski.
Okay, thank you. Great.